So today I'm going to show you how you configure input evaluators or input guardrails or output evaluators or output guardrails on your deployment. So we're currently already look at a deployment that is set up. So we have a primary model and we have a fallback model. If you click settings, that's where you can configure the evaluators and the guardrails and several other settings like retry, fallback, caching, and output masking. You can only add evaluators if they're added to the project. So we're quickly going to add 2 evaluators. We have 50 evaluators off the shelf. If you click evaluator here, you see all of them. So we have LLMs as a judge. We have Ragus evaluators in case you have a knowledge base configured. And we have function-based evaluators. Next to that, we now also allow for evaluators that you write yourself in Python code. I'm going for an LLM as a judge evaluator, namely bot detection. Quickly adding that to the library, just checking the configurations. I want it to run with a lighter model. I'm going to use Gemini 2.0 Flash. It's a Boolean, and I actually want to use it as a guardrail. And it needs to pass when it's false. Now I will quickly save this. And then I want to add another evaluator. I would like to also check for, let me see, summarization. How good is the quality of the summarization? Also want to use the lighter model, Gemini 2.0. This is again a Boolean. I want to use it as a guardrail, pass if true. Just save changes. What's important to note is that at bottom, log input and log output are essential for the evaluator to work. So log input is the information that actually goes into the model, and log output is the output generated by the LLM. If I go now back to the deployment and I go to settings, I can actually add those output evaluators. So the bot detection, I will just evaluate, but the summarization, I will make a guardrail. So if the LLM thinks that the first LLM didn't summarize properly, the second LLM will hard block the transaction and the model will try again using the fallback model. For it to use the fallback model, you do need to configure it. So you can either configure a retry, so we'll use the same model again to summarize, or you can configure a fallback. I will use a fallback because I'm using a more heavy model, GPT-4o, instead of GPT-4o mini. Since I'm not necessarily working with sensitive data, I won't use output masking. But if you are, you can simply configure this and we won't track any of the logs. So this is the way you can add an evaluator or guardrail to the deployment to make your deployment as safe as possible.